Welcome back to Alchemy Factory, guys. Today we are going to be making Venuses, or at least I hope we will. We'll at least get the process started. We'll target 3 advanced shapers producing Venuses to start, then we can double to 6 if we don't feel that that's enough. But that means that we need 60 of each of these potions being made and 120 sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is not a problem. We already have that. The potions are a different story. Now, I have already started. We have 60 healing potions being made. We have 60 vitality potions a minute being made. And we have 60 transformation potions a minute being made. Now, the transformation potions need gloom fungus. So we are producing the yeast powder for that here at the clip that we need to be doing it, 40 a minute, no, 60 a minute, sorry. And that is coming over here, being turned into gloom spores together with the gloom fungus at 60 a minute, and that is going into here to be turned into transformation potions together with the coke powder that we're producing over here. So that's 3 of the 5 that we are already producing. Now the next one is a little bit more tricky. The growth potion, we need 120 chamomile powder a minute, 360 clay powder a minute, that's the problem, and 1600, 4800 brine a minute for if we're going to make 60 of these a minute. Now, for the clay, well, the clay powder, we need 360 clay a minute. For clay, we need 720 charcoal powder a minute and 1440 sand a minute in order to be making our 360 clay. Now, here we are producing 720 charcoal powder a minute. We are doing that with the planks that are coming out here. That's 480 from the rotten logs, and then we have 4 extra table saws producing 240 planks a minute there. That's going into all of these stackable crucibles, producing 30 charcoal a minute. There's a lot of them. There's 6 on the 2 bottom rows, and then there's 4 on each of the 3 top rows, totaling 720 charcoal a minute, being ground down into 720 charcoal powder a minute. Now that needs to be combined with a crap ton of sand, 1440 sand a minute, and that takes up a lot of space, but we're gonna have to do it nonetheless. We're gonna have to do it. So what we can do is take one of these piles here. I'm not going to take the exit, or am I? No, I'm not. And we're going to get these coming in here, and I'm going to leave it 1 space out because it's a pain in the butt getting the bottom one here to connect to the money. So this should get all 3 of these going. Oh, I need to do it for all 3 of them. Alright, fine. That's fine. So there we go. All 3 of these should get going now. Yep. And we need to grind that stone down into sand. So we need 3 of these enhanced grinders. And we're going to have to bring them out here, I think. Well, we need 6 of them. Because each of these guys produce 40 stone a minute. The 40 stone a minute gets ground down into, well, 20 stone into 20 sand per one of these. We have 6, that's 120. So that's what we're going to need to do. So we're going to have to bring... Do we bring you out like this? I think we bring you out like this. And then you can come around and in. Or what? No, that's not smart. We'll do it like this. And then you can go in there. You can come out like that. Get some of these guys in. And you can basically go in there. So that's those 2 done. And then the top one will do these 2. So we're going to need another one of these. And then you... come out like that. And go in to those 2. Okay, then we just need the middle bit, which we'll just do something like that. Okay, that should get all our grinders going. Yep. Every single grinder is operational, producing sand. Now, we need to bring charcoal over as well. Now, if we bring the sand out, if we, let's see, if we did something like that, and then something like that. So these go in there, come out like that. Once we are done, then I think we'll come up another one. So if we did I actually think I want it to come out the other way. Yeah, I do. So you come over here. We'll build this one. And then come out like that. And then you come up again, and then we can put our assembler on top of this. So you go in there, we'll set you to be making clay. So that's our 120 sand a minute. And then we need our charcoal, which will have to come out here. And then we can build a lift coming up there with another one of these, and you go in there. And that kind of works. Let's see how our sales are today. It's really the diamonds, not that great, but still good. I mean, we were doing 2, now it's 15. So that's pretty decent. I don't actually know if we're saving them up. Oh, I clicked a little bit too fast there. But that's basically one of these, and then the output can just come along there. And then, of course, we need brick there, and we actually kind of need a brick here if we want to just copy it. So that's that. Then we can copy all of this, put it right next to the first one, get these hooked up, and get that hooked up, and that's that. And you are now producing clay. So that's 60 clay a minute, and we need 1440. Now the next one, you're not gonna work like that. I guess the next one becomes you. So you come over there, and then come down. All right. And this then means that we can copy this and stick this in right here, and you go in to those two. Okay, and that'll be 120 clay a minute. So you actually go away and come up 1. Yeah, so that's 120 clay a minute. And then we kind of just need to continue this all the way down. So you go in there, you come in there, you come out to here. Actually, to there, and how does this come out? Oh, that's the bottom one. Yeah. And then these 4 here is the next one. And then you're the next one. Okay. So something like that. Okay. So then we do another 2. Right there. Send you in. Hook you guys up. Like so. And we should start assembling our clay. Yeah, there's a bit of clay there. It's coming. So another set. Right there, we're not ready to do that yet, but we can get this going. And then basically do this process again. And then a lift here. Ah, come on. And going in there. Okay. And we have 3 more. Right, you need to hook in there. And you just come along. So there we go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 240 clay. And yeah. So I need to buy some portal sigils. Let's just buy a bunch. Okay. I am also out of gears and planks. Alright, I'll go stock up. And I think I'll just build the last ones off camera as well, because, well, you've seen it now. Why are we not getting planks? Oh, because our... Yeah, it's because the gloom fungus is backed up now. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. So yeah, I'll go get supplies. Alright, there we have it. We have all of our clay coming out, 360 clay a minute coming out. And that then needs to be ground into clay powder. At a rate of... Well, we can do the advanced ones, so that's 60 a minute. So that's 2 for each belt, which is not a big problem. What I think I'll do is I will... let's put in some of these. And then we need to come up one more. And then we don't really need those, I don't think. So, enhanced grinder. That should produce 60 a minute and 60 a minute. That's 120 a minute. So we'll just put them up top there. And get it going in. So that's clay powder being done. And then we need chamomile powder. But I think we'll put in the 4 blenders that we need first. So where do we have our blenders? There. So we can do 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's advanced blenders, isn't it? Yeah. And they can have the growth potion recipe. There you go. And then I do actually want the stone in here, because you are gonna come out like that and go in there and go in there, and then you can come out like that and go in there and there. Wait, this is too much. What the hell? No, it's 120 a minute. My bad, my bad. So you just go in there. You go in there. And then the last one can go in here. There we go. So that's that done. Then we need clay powder, no, chamomile powder, which we just need 1 of these for. We need to buy a chamomile seed. So let's switch this to chamomile seeds. We'll grab all of those. Buy 1. Grab that. Plant that. And then put it into I don't remember how many of these we need. That's 80, so that's actually not what we want. We want these. So that'll be 40, 60, 40, 80, 120. Then we just need it to come out. And come out like that. Oh. You need to go in there. And then you need to go in there. So that's the chamomile powder. Then we just need to get our brine over here. And we'll have our growth potions. So let's find our brine. That's lime water. That's linseed oil. Where the hell is the brine? Do I have brine on here? I do not have brine on here. Okay. So we need to get that down here. Fair enough. I'll go set that up and get it down here. Alright, well, we're not actually producing brine yet. Well, we are, but we're using it all for our sulfuric acid. So this is our brine production. And we kind of need to duplicate that. I don't know what... There's no sand coming out. Where is that sand going? Oh, it's going in here. Okay, that's fine. So we need... And this produces 14,400 brine per minute. So we'll do that. But we need the pipes. So we'll redo that. To there. And then come up. And there we go. Now we don't need all of this, but we need most of it. I think we're going to produce brine over here. We'll leave some space for lavender essential oil. And then we'll do brine over here, I think. What's the error? I didn't get all of it. Darn it. Why not? We need it from there. To there and up. Alright, no errors. Good. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll leave a space. Maybe we'll start here. So, yeah, let's start here. Boom. You need money. So there. And then this pipe isn't needed, I don't think. So like that. And then this bit isn't needed. We will need the sand. being gotten rid of, but we can do that easily enough. We don't need that. So, how much sand do we produce here? I need to put this up with some money as well. Where is it? There. So we're producing, well, this would be 120 sand a minute. So what we can do is just do that. And then we need a trash barrel, which doesn't fit in there, so it'll have to come over here, which is fine. All right, sand is going out. And we are producing brine. Excellent. And this is... Where's the sign? There, notice board. Let's put that there. 14,400. Let's see, I think I wrote brine. 14,400 per minute. Confirm. I think that's the naming convention that I went with, yeah. Okay. Then we need this to come out here, and it'll have to, you know what, I'm gonna change how this goes. All right. And a little bit back. And then let's just run the brine along. And you come over to, well, I suppose something like here. And then you connect up there. Okay. And yeah, that's fine. I don't want you going all the way down. It's not easy doing this. It's probably easier if we go over to the other side here. We're saving. Please finish saving. Thank you. And it went too far for some reason. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I'll set up the bottles on the other floors later. And we'll get this going. Ah, darn it. Alright. Well, then we can check on the store. Well, we're sold out of our relics, but we have tons of diamonds. Look at that. Tons and tons of diamonds. That's actually really good, because then we can use some of our diamonds to make perfect diamonds when we need those. Oh. Let's just delete some of this. And a bit more of this. Something like that. Whoops. Oh, need to jump sideways now. It's not always easy to do. But we can then get a conical flask in here and get this going in there. Okay. And then I think this is where we want to come out. And we'll just send this down this way to, let's just go there for now. And then you need to come up. That is not how I wanted it. All right. And then you come up to somewhere like here for just now. And there, and then we can delete that bit there. And there we have our brine, and we are producing our growth potions. Excellent. So that's 60 growth potions a minute. So that means that we can get rid of all of this stuff. We can get rid of... We already got rid of that. Then we need to make black powder, which takes lime water. We already have that down here. And we need to make blast potions. So we need 120 black powder a minute. That's a lot of charcoal that we need to make. Oh, that sucks. But alright. You know what, let's get rid of these here and move them down where we're actually working. But the Saturns don't actually take up as much space as I thought that they would. And this is for 3 of them. But let's anyway put down, not that, an advanced shaper. Give you your recipe. I think it's an advanced assembler that we need. Nope. It's blenders. So blast potions and black powder. Alright, so the charcoal is... Well, it's 720 charcoal a minute, isn't it? Yeah. So it's basically the same setup as we have here, except that it'll all come from regular logs and not rotten logs. Okay. I suppose I can live with that. I mean, it's not too much space. And then we have the charcoal powder. Then we just need the sulfuric acid. And we just need 6 of these blenders. And some lime water. That's not too big a deal. I actually think I'm gonna be building this in reverse so that we're producing the potions over here. So we need 3 of these advanced blenders. Alright, we can do that. Advanced blender. Let's see. We'll put you in 1, 2, 3, I suppose. And then we'll have these coming in there, those going in there. With a line. Whoops. And a line. Okay. I hate that it does that. Okay. And these are gonna be blast potions. So let's give them their thingies. And that'll be fine. I actually think I am going to move this back 1. Just because it's annoying having to go up and over with the pipes. Okay. And then we'll do the Oblivion Essence. So how much Oblivion Essence do we need? 60 a minute. I don't remember how many we were using for this down here. It's over here. So these produce 60 Oblivion Essence a minute. So we just need 1. Awesome. That's nice and easy, isn't it? So we just need a furnace. We'll get the fuel from over here. With some stone blocks behind it. Because we need... Oh, and it needs to come out 1 more. That's fine. And we're saving again. It takes a while to save now. It really does. Oh, come on. Thank you. And we'll just stick you in there, I guess. We need a purchasing portal. That needs to be buying... Actually, it needs to come up some. Because the Paradox Crucible is not at that height. Or the input to the paradox crucible is not at that height. So let's get another one there by portal sigils. Stick a lift in. Get our fuel in. And there. And then I think what we'll do is put that at the top. There we go. 60 Oblivion Essence. That's all we need. Lovely. That was nice and easy. And then it's the black powder, which is not as nice and easy. And we need 120 a minute of that. I don't... Do I have a blueprint for that? I don't think I do. No. No. All right. Well, we just need 30 sulfur powder a minute. Are we making black powder down here somewhere? I feel like we are. Yeah. That's charcoal powder. And that gets turned into black powder. So this produces 5. So we basically need the bigger of these setups, which is... I think we do have it. Maybe not. I feel like I built that somewhere. That's annoying. Haven't I built that somewhere? Well, I have, because it's basically this. We just need to tell the purchasing portal to be something else. Or to buy something else. Ah, day end. Alright, fine. Let's see how our sales are going. Relics are doing pretty good. Diamonds are quite steady. We're definitely completing the fertile catalyst every time. And the bandages, almost the gloom spores, and nowhere near the watches. But okay, we're definitely making money. We're definitely making money. So that's nice. Alright, let's copy this to... Well, I suppose we can go to right here and get the fuel line with it. Well, Saturns are going at a good pace. And let's get down here. And I'm just gonna paste it down. What's in an invalid position? doesn't feel like an invalid position. It should work. You need to be pyrite ore. Everything looks like it's fine. So, you know what? I'm gonna put you in sideways, I think. Yeah. Let's just put you in there. You then don't need to come back there, because you'll just come in like that. And you'll come out like that. Let's see if this works. It should. Yeah, it looks fine. It looks fine. And we are getting all the stuff here. So they're all working. And we're getting this stuff out here. And then we need a filter splitter. I'm actually gonna... I think I'm gonna put the filter splitter there. It's for the sulfur. So we need 30 a minute of that, and that's what we'll be getting here. 10, 20, 30. So we'll filter out the iron ingots, and you can just go in like that. And then the sulfur comes out, and then we need a trash barrel. If I can find it. There. And it's not gonna fit. It will fit here though. So let's just bring you out like that. And bring you up like that. Okay, they're all producing, so that's good. So that's our sulfur for that. Then I think we put the blenders in here. Yeah. So let's just do 1, 2, 3. This can come out and go in there, go in there, and go in there. You need to be set to that. There we go. And you should be getting the sulfur that you need. Lovely. Oh, it needs to be ground. It needs to be ground. I do that every time with the sulfur. It's fine. Now, an enhanced grinder can do 40 a minute. So that's actually just fine. We'll move you over 1. And have you come out like that. Alright, so we're getting sulfur powder. And then it's the dang charcoal powder, which does... Well, it doesn't take up that much space, but it is a bother to build. It is a bother to build. So, if we grab... let's just grab that for now. And I'm out of purchasing portals. So let's switch you to purchasing portals. Give you a bunch of money. Grab some purchasing portals. I think I'll need more than that. Okay. So we'll put one of these in here. Now this is going to have to change, and that's okay. And we should be getting money for them. Now we should. Yep. So there we go. Okay. Now we need 2 of these stacks plus a half stack. But what I think I'll do... I'll grab this. If I can somehow get to it. We're just going to have to delete whatever we don't want. And that'll have to be fine. Alright. I think we'll leave a little bit of space in between. Just that. We do need the fuel, so that's fine. I am gonna get rid of all of this for now. And I'm gonna get rid of all of this for now. Okay. And I actually need to get rid of all of this for now as well. Because that's gonna change some. So... you come out and go back here somewhere. And you join it. And then you come up. Just come up here and grab the first 4. Yeah. And then the other 2 will come out and grab the 4 above. That seems like a good plan to me. So we'll do something like that. We will bring it down to there. You come up there. Well, all right, you come out there, and then we're actually gonna need we're gonna need one here, and we're gonna need one of these here to come down to there, and then to come down to there, and then like that, and like that. So that's the first one's done. I actually just need 360, don't I? No, because I've done this wrong. I need 120 a minute. This is only... this is only 60 a minute. I need 3 more, which means I need double this. Alright, you know what? We've been going for an hour now, so we're almost there, but we will continue on in the next one. So I need to build another one of these. And then double these. And then we'll take it from there. But for now, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, it would be awesome if you'd leave a like and subscribe to the channel. If you're not already subscribed, it really does help out a lot, and I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a fantastic day, and to see you again in the next one.